Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be learning about a new artist named Kandinsky, and we are going to be creating some winter landscapes. So we're going to talk all about that new artist and what a winter landscape is in just a moment. Our objective today is that students will be able to discuss the artist Vasily Kandinsky and create a winter landscape inspired by his abstract art or his concentric circles. So a lot of new words in there, a lot of big vocab. We're going to talk about what all of that means right now. The artist that we're focusing on for this project, this is a picture of him right here. His name is Vasily Kandinsky, and Kandinsky is one of the founding fathers of abstract art. That means that he's one of the first people to have made art that was abstract. We know that abstract art is art that does not have to look like things in real life. It can be paint splatters, or sometimes when we just like kind of scribble scrabble and we're like, I don't even know what I just made. That's abstract art. It doesn't have to look like anything. It's just kind of what you feel like creating. So we talk about abstract art a lot and might create abstract art a lot. But before Kandinsky, no one was really making art that looked like that. So before him, people thought that art had to be a painting of a person or of a place or of a thing. It couldn't just be kind of whatever you wanted. So Kandinsky started to paint how he felt, not people, not things. And everyone was like, what in the world is Kandinsky doing? But he said that he would like to paint how he felt. And so in order to do that, Kandinsky would listen to music and he would close his eyes. And he said that when his eyes were closed and music was playing, he could actually see different lines and shapes and colors, and it would make him feel a lot of different emotions. So while he had his eyes closed and he saw all these different lines and shapes and colors, he would open them up and then he would paint what the music kind of made him feel and see. So he believed that that should be able to be art, that the colors and shapes and lines alone should be able to be considered an artwork. And Kandinsky painted things that looked like this. Again, they're abstract. It doesn't look like anything we've seen in real life. It's just kind of how he felt, lines, shapes, and colors after he listened to some classical music. And we might be like, okay, yeah, we know that's abstract art. But again, remember, before Kandinsky, no one was creating anything that looked anywhere even close to this. So people were like, whoa, like what is he doing? But the more that he started to create, the more that people began to really enjoy his work, and more people began to create abstract art. So again, it's lots of just like lines and shapes and colors, and it doesn't have to look like anything. It doesn't have to be anything. He was just kind of expressing himself and his feelings. He was also famous for his artwork called Concentric Circles. And concentric circles are kind of, or concentric shapes are kind of just when there's something smaller in the middle combined by surrounded by things that are a little bit bigger. So for the circles, we see in the middle one teeny tiny circle, and around it is a circle that's just a little bit bigger, and around that a circle that's just a little bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It's kind of similar to if you've ever seen those Russian nesting dolls where it's a big doll and the top can come off, and inside there's another doll that's a little smaller, and inside that doll is one that's a little smaller and smaller and smaller, until you're left with one that's just really teeny tiny in the center. So these concentric shapes are one that's in the middle, really small, and they get bigger and bigger and bigger as they go out. So today, we are going to be creating a winter landscape. So you can really create anything that reminds you of being outside in the wintertime. Maybe a snowman, maybe snowy trees, a gingerbread house, snowball fights, sledding, hot chocolate, whatever reminds you of being outside in the winter. And then you can choose if you would like to do your landscape normal, just how it always looks to you, or you can choose to create it abstract. So maybe you can change the colors. You can make it not look how it has to look in real life, maybe like a snowman floating in the sky if you want. It can be totally kind of how you imagine. Or you can use the concentric circle idea by maybe making your snowman or your trees or whatever details that you have with a small shape, a medium, and a large. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in our next demonstration video, so make sure you watch that one, and I can't wait to see what you guys create.